Okay, we're starting. And we're going to start lying on our back. You'll need a belt or a strap. And we're going to start by working on opening up the hips. So lie on your back for a moment. If you want something for your head, you can place a blanket for your head and have a strap available. Let's start on our back with our knees bent. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Let the knees touch, hands on the belly. Okay, that's where we're starting. And just begin by taking a few deep breaths here. We always want to arrive at the beginning of class. Get out of our heads, get into our bodies a little bit more. And just begin to connect with the breath. So I want you to try to relax your neck muscles. It's not so easy, actually. It takes a little effort to connect with those neck muscles, the upper trapezius. Roll the shoulders a little bit underneath you. And just check in with your breath. As you inhale, you can feel your belly rise, and as you exhale, the belly falls. And maybe that's happening, and maybe it's not. Maybe the opposite is happening. But you want to start to see that when you breathe in, naturally the belly should go up. When you breathe out, naturally the belly should go back and down. So just start to feel that. Inhaling, belly goes up. Exhaling, the belly goes down. Couple more breaths like this. Let the knees touch so that the hips and the groins are relaxed. And then as you exhale, see if you can move your belly away from your fingers. So you're going to draw your navel back towards your spine. So I want you to contract your abdominals. And then inhale, relax. Belly rises. Exhale, draw the navel towards the spine. So this is a little more effort, where you feel that you're contracting your deep abdominal muscles. The muscles you're contracting are the muscles between the belly button and the pubic bone, so in the lower half of the abdomen. We're trying to access our deeper abdominals. Exhaling, drawing the navel back towards the spine, lower belly back towards the spine. Inhale, relax, the belly rises. Exhale, you activate the lower belly, deep abdominals, sort of pulling it from one frontal hip bone to the other. 2 more breaths like this. Now open the eyes. Just take the legs straight out in front of you. Hook your thumbs. Reach your fingertips overhead and press your heels forward. So we're going to stretch through the fingertips and press the heels forward, and at the same time, lift the belly in and up. Reach the fingers back. Hold there, lengthening the spine. Notice that every time you exhale, you can draw the belly button back towards the spine. And relax. Hook your thumbs the opposite way. So one thumb is hooked on top of the other. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach through the fingertips. Bring your toes back towards your face and push out through your heels. So you're really pushing through the inner heels. And then relax. And again, switch your thumbs. So cross the thumbs the opposite way. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, push the heels forward, belly towards the spine, reach the fingertips overhead. Inhale, relax. Exhale, fingers back, feet together, heels forward. Good, 1 more time. Hook your thumbs the other way, we're alternating. Inhale, exhale, heels forward, buttocks towards the heels, belly in and up. And other side. Hook the thumbs and stretch, lengthening the whole body. Now take your strap, if you have one. We're going to place the strap on the top of the ankle, just above the ankle. Push up. Have your arms straight here and draw your shoulders down towards the floor. It doesn't matter the height of your leg can be down here. As long as your leg is straight, the knee is straight. Shoulders back and down. Push out through the left heel. Inhale. And exhale. Again, lift the belly in and up. Shoulders back and down, chest lifted. Strong legs. You're really working your leg muscles. So contract your right leg, contract your left leg. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, shoulders back, chest open. One more breath. Switch legs, take the left leg up. We're warming up the hamstrings, we're going to need it today. So push your heel up towards the sky, bring the shoulders back and down. Inhale. And exhale. Energize the left leg, make it really strong. Push through the right heel, chest open. Inhale. And exhale. Belly back towards the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, belly back towards the spine. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Good. Now, switch legs again. Take the right leg up. Extend the left leg out. I want you to really look at your left leg for a moment. Don't let the toes turn out to the side. You want the center of the heel pressing on the ground. So there's a little internal rotation in the left inner thigh. You're going to hold the strap with the right hand, left hand on the left hip bone. We're going to go out to the right side. So you're going to inhale and exhale. Bring your leg out to the side, but don't let your body tip over. So you want to try to keep your left hip down. And slowly, engaging the quads, engaging the thigh muscles, open the leg out to the side. Okay, now look at your right foot. Make sure the toes are not turning down. You want to have the outer edge of the foot parallel to the floor. Legs straight, hold for a couple breaths. And every time you exhale, you're still drawing your belly in and up. So you're using your stomach muscles. Now on the exhalation, belly in and lift the leg up. Okay, switch sides. Take the right leg out, left leg up. Again, activate the right leg. Look at your right foot. Make sure it's not turning out. So there's a little internal rotation of the right inner thigh down towards the ground. Right hand on the right hip. Inhale. And exhale, start to come out to the side. Slowly, control the movement. Don't let your body tip over. So we have to draw the belly back towards the spine, and we're drawing the left waist towards the right. Okay, and then watch that your toes are not turning down. We want the outer edge of the foot parallel to the floor. A couple more breaths. Waking up the inner thighs. We have a fun class planned today. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then come up slowly. Good. Let's roll to the side. We're going to come up. You're going to take your hands on the chair. And we're going to take our first downward dog with the hands on the chair. So hands on the chair. Feet on the floor. Lift the hips up. Lengthen the sides of the waist. I want you to really press your feet down in the ground. Now, if your spine is rounding, bend the knees. Keep the knees soft. Lift the hips up. Most important thing is that the spine is straight. And we don't want any rounding in the spine, so we want to lift our sitting bones up. If you can do that with your legs straight, go ahead and do that. If not, bend the knees. Okay, wherever you get a stretch in your hamstring, that's good enough. A couple more breaths here. Hands on the chair. Lift the hips up. Open the chest. And then you're going to come forward. Step the right leg forward. Step the left leg back. Hands on the chair still. We're waking up our hamstrings. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. Hands will be right underneath the shoulders. So we don't want the arms out in front. You want the hands under the shoulders. Okay? And then draw the shoulders back. Take the chest forward. You should feel a lot of stretch behind the right thigh, but also maybe in the back calf. The back foot is turned out about 15 degrees. Now square the hips. Draw the right hip back, draw the left hip forward. Take the shoulders back, take the heart forward, open the chest. And just come back to your natural breathing. Inhale and exhale. Switch sides. Take the left leg forward, take the right leg back. Okay, each foot should be in line with the hip. So your feet are not in line with each other. They're actually a little bit apart. Come onto the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back. Open the chest. Open the chest. Energize your left leg. Push your right heel into the ground. And then again, take your heart forward. Energize the left leg. Push the right heel down into the ground. Open the chest. Couple more breaths here. Really lift the kneecaps up. It's like you're drawing your kneecap up into your thigh. So you want to use your thigh muscle to open the chest. Good. One more breath here. And then step both feet back again, downward facing dog. You're going to press firmly into the ground. Open the chest. Open the chest. Lengthen the spine. And then bend the knees, walk the feet forward and come up. We're going to move the chair out of the way. Okay. And we're going to move into sun salutations, beginning at the front of the mat. So walk up to the front of the mat, feet forward, come into Tadasana, hands at the heart, open the chest. So we're going to move slow and then we're going to speed it up. We're going to start with classical Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale, come into Uttanasana, forward bend. Now, if you have back pain, bend the knees, or if your hamstrings are short, bend the knees. Again, the most important thing is that the spine is straight. If you're practiced, if you have no back problems, you can work on lifting the kneecaps up and lengthening the backs of the legs, especially for today. We need our hamstrings nice and open. And then relax the head down towards the floor. Lift the hips up. Couple more breaths here. Start to shift some weight into the ball of the feet. So you don't want to sit back on your heels. You want to bring the weight a little forward into the balls of the feet so you can relax your head down. And then lift the chest. Hands can come on the shins. Okay, wherever you need to be so your chest is open. It's okay if you can do that with your fingers on the floor, but most of us need to have our hands on the shins and come up a little bit higher. Exhaling, step the right leg back. Drop the knee towards the floor. Press the left foot down, press the right foot down, and inhale, arms up and hold. Okay, start to shift the weight forward. Shift the weight forward. Open the chest. The more you ground your feet, the more you'll feel the opening in front of the right hip. And as you exhale, you still want to be drawing that lower belly in, back, and up. Okay? Arms are going to be up, but you're going to do those actions. So ground the feet. Inhale. Exhale, push the feet into the ground, lift the belly. 2 more breaths. Now bring the hands down, step back into plank position. Everything in one line. Hold plank. Here, what's important is that you don't let the hips come up or down. Okay, they're somewhere in the middle. Everything is in one line. Look straight ahead. And then push your hands into the ground and spread your shoulder blades wide on your back. Shoulder blades wide. Every time you exhale, again, you're drawing the belly towards the side. Couple more breaths. Good. For the first one, when we come down, we're going to drop the knees. Keep your hands where they are. Roll the shoulders open and keeping your body in one line, okay, without collapsing in the low back. Come down slowly, elbows in, all the way to the belly. Press the feet down into the ground. Inhale, cobra, come up, a few inches off the floor. And exhaling from here, downward facing dog. Down dog, this one we're going to keep our heels in the air. So be on your tippy toes. That way we're really lengthening the spine. I want you to work the leg muscles here. Work the leg muscles. Hands on the ground. Couple more breaths here, shoulder blades wide. Lift, lift, lift. They're on the tippy toes. And then we're going to take the right leg all the way through. So step the right leg through. If it doesn't go all the way through, it's okay to bring it forward with your hand. Drop the left knee, take the arms up. Reach up, relax the shoulders. Push the right foot down, push the left foot down. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, back, and up. And as you inhale, relax the belly. Just learn how to relax and contract. Couple more breaths. Bring the fingertips down. Step the left leg forward into Uttanasana. Again, legs straight if you can. And then press your feet into the ground. Take your hands at the heart and come all the way up. And exhale back to the center. Okay, so we'll do that on the left side now. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Hold there. Come into Uttanasana, really pressing the balls of the feet into the ground. And lifting the kneecaps up and lengthening the spine, taking the heart forward. And relaxing the head down towards the ground. And inhale, lift the chest. Again, hands can come on the shins. We don't want the chest grounding, so it's okay to come up pretty high. Exhaling, step the left leg back. Drop the knee. Press the feet into the ground, take the arms up. Reach up. You want to feel a nice stretch to the front of the left hip. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, back, and up. Press the feet down. Ground the feet. The more you ground the feet, the more you're going to feel the lift in the belly. One more breath. And then bring the hands down, plank position. We're going to hold here, plank. Now, if this hurts your wrist, sometimes it hurts people's wrists. There's two options. One is to put more weight in the ball of the fingers. So there's not so much weight in the wrist, but more weight in the ball. If that's still too much, you can always come down into a forearm plank. Okay? So hold. We're still holding. Keep everything in one line. Shoulders spread wide. It's like you're pushing the floor away from you. Look a little bit in front of your mat. Belly towards the spine. Okay. Now, either you can drop your knees, or you can keep your legs up. It's more challenging. Roll the shoulders back, bend the elbows, and come very slowly down to the floor. Flip the toes over. Inhale, cobra. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Again, lift the heels up. Okay, our first one, we're lifting the heels high in the air. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Lengthen the spine, lift the sitting bones towards the sky. And then step the left leg forward, drop the right knee. Press the left foot down, press the right foot down, and come up and hold. 4 or 5 breaths. Reaching up through the fingertips. Reach the pinky fingers up, press the left foot down, press the right foot down. Reach up. Reach up. Lifting the belly. Drawing the navel up and back towards the spine on every exhalation. One more breath. Reach the hands forward, step the right leg into Uttanasana, forward fold. Notice if you can get the weight a little more forward, if you can lift the thighs a little more up. It's like you're pulling all the energy up the thighs and then spilling the chest forward like a waterfall. Push the feet down, come all the way up, and hands to the heart. Okay, so now we're going to move a little quicker. 1 breath per movement. We're going to add on here. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Step the right leg back. Drop the knee. And inhaling, bring the arms up. 1 breath. Exhale, step back into plank. Keep everything in one line. Hold here. Let's hold for a few breaths. Straight ahead, push the hands down, open the chest. Now as you exhale, knees up or down, Chaturanga, come down onto your belly. Inhale, Cobra. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Now here we are on our tippy toes again. Try to bring your left heel down towards the floor and lift your right leg up towards the sky. And here you want to make sure that you're not opening your hip wide. You want to draw the right hip down so the toes and the knee are pointing down towards the floor. The hips are level, and then bring the right leg all the way through. Drop the left knee and come up. If that's too much, you don't have to do that variation. You can just step your foot forward. And then hands down, forward bend, Uttanasana. And come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Second side, inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, left leg steps back. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, plank for a few breaths. We'll hold here. Keep everything in one line. Our focus is the core today, so we're really working on core strength. And a lot of hamstring opening. Chest forward. Keep your upper back full. No collapsing in the shoulders. Push down. Elbows in. Chaturanga. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Now hold here. Press your right heel down into the ground and lift your left leg up. And again, watch that you're not opening your chest. So you want to have your toes pointing down towards the floor. There's an internal rotation of that left thigh. And then bring the leg all the way through. Drop the right knee. Inhale up. Exhaling, forward bend. Push the feet down, inhale up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Right leg steps back, drop the knee, press the feet down, inhale up. Exhale, plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Stay here. Again, press the left heel down, right leg up, inhale. And exhaling, step it all the way through. Drop the left knee down, inhale up. Exhale, hands down, step the left leg through, forward bend. Inhale, push the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Left side, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift the chest. Left leg back. Push the feet down, bring the arms up. And plank. Right away, maintain the integrity of the pose. Keep everything in one line. Look straight ahead. Push up. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, right heel down, hold, and bring the leg all the way through. Drop the right knee, bring the arms up. Exhaling, step into forward bend. And push the feet down and come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Now take a few deep breaths. You can bring your arms by the side, a little bit behind the waist, so the shoulders are coming down, away from the ears. And then bend the knees, and here we want to shift the hips back a little bit, okay? So it's like you're sitting in a chair, arms come out in front, right? Shoulder height, shoulders back. I see you guys. And then if you're okay in the shoulders, we'll take the arms up. If that hurts the shoulders, keep the arms here and draw the shoulders back. Make sure your knees are in line with your toes. Sit back a little bit more, lift the arms up a little bit more. As you exhale, lift the belly, tailbone down. Two more breaths. And then press the feet down and release the hands. Good, take a couple more deep breaths. Shoulders back, lift the chest. And one more time, okay, Utkatasana. Again, come back, shift the hips. We want to maintain a little bit of an arch in the low back. So there is a little bit of an arch here, little back bend, okay? The belly is lifting on the exhale. You're not doing this, you're not tucking your tail underneath. You're actually letting the buttocks go back, but you make your tailbone heavy. So you're not sticking it out. It's dropping a little bit towards the floor. Then take the arms out in front, inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulders back. Good. And if you can go further, you'll take the arms up. Shoulders away from the ears. Sit back, reach up. Sit back, reach up. And then come up slowly, release the hands down. Good. We're going to take downward facing dog. This time though, if you have a blanket, put the blanket towards the back of your mat, fold it over. You can have one or two. We want to do downward dog with our heels pressing down into the blanket. Okay, so whatever height you need, you want your heels to touch the blanket. So the heels are going to come up on the blanket. Hands on the floor, spread the fingers wide. And you want to feel the contact of your heel down into the earth. As you press the heels down, we're going to lift the sitting bones up. So we're really opening the hamstrings. Hold here. Push the heels down. Push the heels down. Take the thighs back. So you should feel more weight in the heels than in the hands. And then we're going to come down into child's pose. The knees are going to come wide. Sit back, reach the arms straight ahead. And then just relax your forehead on the floor. Now walk your hands a little bit to the right. Let's just get a nice stretch on the left side of the body. Good, and then go to the other side. Right hand on top of the left. Stretch the right side of the body. Couple more breaths. Good, now walk your hands forward. And again, downward dog with the heels down. So if that was easy, maybe you want to make the blanket lower. You want to feel that the sitting bones, the outer edges of the hips are lifting up. And at the same time, from the back of the knee to the ankle, that's where you're bringing your heels down. So there's a lift through the sitting bones and a downward pressure through the heels at the same time. So we're opening the backs of the legs. Good. And then come down onto the hands and knees. Okay. So we're going to come into side plank. You're going to be on your forearm. There are a few options here. If it's difficult, you want to have your knees bent, okay? And you're just going to work on lifting the hips up. So you can do that without the hand, lift the hips up. Or if you have a block or something in front of you, you can use your hand on a block and lift up. Okay, so this is step one, just holding here. If that's easy, you can try to come into full side plank where we push the forearm down and lift the arm up. And our goal here is to lift the right hip up towards the sky. Lift it, lift it. So you're really not letting the pelvis sink, but rather pushing the forearm down and reaching up and hold. Okay, again, you can have your legs on the ground and work here. Hold a little longer. Smile. And then come down and switch sides. Okay, so again, to demonstrate, it's nice to have a block here to help yourself. You can have the knees bent, chest open, lift the hips up, push the head down. You can also lift the hips up without a block, or you can have your legs straight. Okay, legs straight, we're gonna lift the hips up. You're gonna notice after a few seconds, they're gonna wanna drop. I want you to really push your forearm, this whole arm down into the ground, and then lift the hips up and hold. Arms straight up in the sky. Keep holding. Our aim is maybe to build up to about 30 seconds here. So get a shake. And then release down. Good. Child's pose, take the knees wide. Stretch the arms out in front, just for a couple of breaths. And we're going to come back into that side plank. I'm going to show you an advanced variation. Don't feel obligated to do this, but if you'd like to try, you can. So if you want, if you can come into the full pose, okay, one option is to take the strap over the foot. Come up here, and then to lift the leg up. Okay? Yeah, not a beginner variation, but it's something you can work towards. If you can reach your big toe, maybe you can lift your big toe up towards it. So hold there, whichever variation. Again, your legs can also be down. Lift up, a few more breaths. And then come down slowly. And we'll take the second side. Come onto the left forearm. Arms up. You can use your strap. You can hold here. You can have your legs on the ground. You can reach for your big toe with your first two fingers. And open and open. It's harder here. You have to lift the hips up. Okay. Hold. And then release down. Good. Take downward facing dog, no props, hands on the floor. Lift the hips up. Heels in the air. And then start to bring your heels back and down towards the floor. So after a while, once you're practicing yoga for a while, downward dog becomes more of a resting pose. Whereas in the beginning, it's a lot more work. Good. Now we're going to step or jump the feet forward and come into a seated position. And we're going to do something fun. If you have a strap, we're going to use your strap or a scarf. And what we're going to do is lie on our back, take our legs up, and then open them out to the side. So we want to have our legs wide like so, with a strap if you can. If you don't have a strap, then you won't use it. You'll just have your legs out to the side. But here, if we have the strap, you can really open the legs, pull your shoulders down, and energize your legs. So we're opening the inner thighs. And hold here. Hold. Chest nice and open. Lift the heart. Good. Push the heels up. Shoulders back and down, a little bit longer. If it's easy, open the legs a little bit more. Strong legs, pushing your thigh bones away from your head. Good. And then bringing the legs back up. And hug your knees into your chest for a moment. Just rock a little bit side to side. Okay, so we're going to take our hands now underneath our hips. So bring your hands underneath your sacrum. Not really the hips, but more the pelvis. So it's like you're sitting on your hands. This will make it a little easier on the low back. Now take your legs straight up. Now if this is too much for anyone, okay, because sometimes this is a bit much on the low back, you can do it with one leg. Okay, so you can do with one leg and then switch halfway. And then you can switch and do the other leg. We're going to do both legs at the same time. So try to hold here. And we're going to bring the legs just a little bit down away from the chest. Now what you want to watch here is that your back is not coming off the floor. You want to push your low back down. You should not feel this in the low back. You should feel it in the stomach. And back up. And hug the knees into the chest. Okay? So here's where you really need to listen to your body. If you feel anything in the low back, then maybe your abdominals are not strong enough and you need to just go a little bit. Okay? Again, hands on under the sacrum, legs straight up. This might be enough. We're going to take it a little further down to about 60 degrees. So hold. Hold. Keep pushing your low back into the ground. As you exhale, belly towards the spine. And then come up and hug the knees into the chest. Good. Legs up again. Hands under the hips. Now we go down 60 degrees. So we're even more. Now again, if this is too much on the low back, don't go so low. Come up a little bit higher. See if you can hold here. Shoulders back and down. Belly in and up. Hug the knees in. Okay, one more. For now, we're going to take an inch off the floor. So again, listen to your body. If you can come an inch off the floor, you hold here. Keep your back on the ground, chest open. Hold. And then come up and release. Hug the knees in and rock a little bit side to side. Okay, so we're going to do this set again. Now, I'm going to give you a harder variation. So if that was difficult, you stay with your hands under your hips. Okay, if it was pretty easy, not too hard, you're going to hook your thumbs and take your arms overhead. So our arms are going to stay over our head during this sequence. So we're going to inhale. 4 hands are under the hips. Exhale, come down just a little bit and hold. Okay, keep the low back flat into the ground, belly moving towards the spine. Couple more breaths. Come up, hug the knees into the chest. Good. Again, up, 30 degrees down. Okay, this is where it gets more challenging. So remember to draw the belly towards the spine, the back is touching the floor, and then come up and have the knees in. The next two are harder because our legs are going lower, so if you want to choose to have your hands under your hips, you can do that, or you can do it with the arms overhead. Inhale, exhale to 60 degrees down. Hold, hold, hold. And shaking. And up. And release. Good. And final one, an inch off the floor. Again, hands can be overhead or you can have them under your hips. Just about an inch off the floor, just for a few seconds. Hold it there. And then come up and hug the knees in. And then rock a little bit side to side. Okay, good. We're getting there. Roll over to the side and come up to seated. We're going to sit in Upavishta Konasana. For a lot of us, it's nice to sit up on a little blanket, okay, to have the hips up a little bit, elevated, legs out to the side, okay? The important thing here is that our spine is not rounding back. I'll show you from the side what I mean. You don't want the feet here, but the back here, okay? What's important is that you move the sacrum forward so that this part of the spine is straight. And then watch that your toes don't turn out or in. So you want the center of the heel pressing down on the ground, hands behind the back on the fingertips, and then push down through the fingertips and lift the chest. Okay? So it doesn't matter how wide the legs are. If it's difficult, you can bring them in. If it's really difficult to sit up straight, you can bend the knees. The spine is the most important part of the pose. So you're going to push out through the heels, press the fingers down, lift up. With the legs working, inner thighs stretching. And only if that's easy, you're not feeling a lot of a stretch, then you can walk your fingers forward, draw the shoulders back, and start to take the heart forward a little bit. And we're not trying to get our face to the floor. What we're working on is really grounding the thighs down towards the earth and taking the chest forward, heart forward. More breaths. And then come up. Okay, we're going to play a little bit. So if that felt challenging, you can do that one again. And you give you two options. If you have a strap, you can use our strap and work on balancing with the legs wide and the chest lifted here like this. Okay? If your practice, if your hamstrings are open, you can hold your big toes and lift the chest and energize the legs and open the heart and hold. So you have a few options. You can be with the legs on the ground. You can use the strap or you can use your fingers. Open the chest, open the chest, and then come down slowly. We're going to do it one more time. Okay, now that you know what we're doing. Ready? So, straps, fingers, whatever works best for you. I'll demonstrate it with the strap again. We're going to hold here. Legs are going to come wide. And open the chest. Okay, so today we're really working on the abdominal sequence from the yoga tradition. Open the chest. Push up through the heels. Yoga is always a balance between strength and flexibility. If you're too flexible and you're not strong, you will hurt yourself. So it's always about finding that middle ground between strength and mobility. And then relax. Come down. Good. Take the legs out in front. Dandasana. If your spine is rounding here, it's important that you sit up on a blanket, okay? Most people need a little bit of a lift under the buttocks, unless you're very flexible in the hamstrings. Okay, you can also take your hands under your sitting bones and draw the sitting bones back. And then press the fingertips down into the ground, press the heels down into the ground, and lift the chest, lifting the crown of the head. Take a few deep breaths here. Slow the breathing. Lift up. The more you push your hands down, the more we lift the chest. And then relax. Notice what happens. The spine tends to round, the legs tend to roll out. And then, if you have your strap, you can take your strap. We're going to come into Dandasana and take the arms up. Okay, so the arms are up now. We're going to pull the strap apart. Pull the strap apart, lift the chest. Push the sitting bones down. Belly in and back. Open the heart. Open the heart. Hold here. If this hurts your low back, your fingers can again be on the ground. And then release. Okay, so here's where we're going to use our chair. So hopefully you have a chair nearby. We're going to bring the chair forward on the yoga mat. Nice to have a blanket on the chair just so your feet don't touch the metal. Or if you have a cushion, then you're good. We're going to bring the feet up on the chair. So what we're working on is Navasana boat pose, variation. So the feet are up on the chair. The hands are going to come on the chair as well. And you're going to pull, it's like with your hands, you're pulling the chair back and opening the chest. Now if that's too much, you can bend the knees, okay? The knees can be bent here. If you can't straighten your spine, the knees can be bent, and you can work on this. And slowly but surely, we'll start to straighten the legs and open the chest. Open the chest. And hold here. Okay, a few breaths. So we're supported. We can hold a little bit longer. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift the chest up. And relax. Relax. Feet down for a second. You can cross your legs. Take your arms out in front. Maybe take a nice stretch here. And then come up. Now, if you have a strap, we'll use the strap. If you don't, we'll do the same thing with the chair again. And we'll put the strap around the toe mounds. Okay, so toe mounds. Strap here. What you're going to do is heels are supported. You're going to pull on the strap. So now we can lean back a little bit, coming more into the traditional Navasana. You're leaning back. You're pulling the strap. Lift the chest. Lift the chest. Open the heart. Hold. We can hold a little longer again because we're supported. More breaths, almost there. And then release down. Okay. Now cross the legs the other way, because we always cross the legs one way and then we ignore the other side. And either just sit in a cross-legged position or stretch out the spine here. Just a few breaths. Lengthening. You can also use the chair to lengthen the sides of the waist. And then come up. And we're going to do one more Navasana. Now, either you can use the chair like we did, hands on the chair, strap, or we can just go right into the boat pose. We want to sit back a little bit towards the back of the sacrum. Legs can be a little bit bent for this one, and open the chest. The reason I like to have the knees bent is so we feel more work in the stomach. Often when you straighten the legs, the work goes into the hip flexors. So bend the knees a little bit, open the chest here. Keep your toes in line with your eyebrows. Lift, lift, lift. Belly in towards the spine, open the heart. Chest lifted. Hold, smile. Relax the breath. And then release down. Okay, lie on your back. Let's take a hip stretch, and then we're going to continue with the core a little bit. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Hold behind the left leg. Pull the left thigh in, push the right thigh away. Okay, nice stretch for the piriformis in the outer hip. On the right, 2 more breaths. Good. Switch sides. Take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Pull the right thigh in, push the left thigh away. And hold. Really feel the stretch in the left buttocks. And then we'll release this side. Now, if you have a block, you can use a block. If you don't have a block, you can just take a towel or a blanket and roll it up. So you're creating a little bit of a something. Put it between the legs. So we're hugging the blanket roll, or you're hugging a yoga block between your legs. The arms are going to come at shoulder height. So arms at shoulder height. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the block between the legs. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knees to the right, just a little bit. Okay, now you want to keep your left shoulder on the ground, your left rib cage towards the ground as you move your knees to the right, hugging the thighs in. So the shoulder is not coming up, it's pressing down into the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, push your left shoulder into the ground and bring your legs up using your stomach. Okay, so here you have to watch that you don't cheat. We keep our shoulders on the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the legs to the left, but bring the rib cage, the abdomen, and the right shoulder down towards the right. So the belly, the rib cage, and the shoulders pressing down to the right side. The knees are moving to the left. You're hugging your thighs in. And then as you exhale, squeeze the blanket. Use your stomach muscles to pull your legs back up. So take it slow. Inhale. Before you bring your legs to the right, we're bringing our chest, our belly, and our left shoulder down. And then bring the knees to the right. Now, using your stomach muscles, exhale, bring it back up. Watch that you're not using your leg strength. Use your stomach. Inhale. Right shoulder, abdomen moves to the right, chest moves to the right, legs go to the left. If it's easy, you can go a little further. And on the exhale, bring the legs back by using the stomach muscles. We're working the obliques here. One more like this each side. Inhale. Exhale, bring the legs to the right. Push the left shoulder down. Ribs down, inhale, and exhale, squeeze the blanket, and bring the leg back up. Left side, inhale, exhale, before you go to the left, the body is going to the right. So really bring your awareness into this. Easy to cheat. Bring the belly back towards the spine, hug the knees in. Good. Now, let go of the thing in between the legs. And we're going to take a variation of Jathara Parivartanasana, which is the name of this pose. You're going to bring your knees in close to your chest. Okay? And we're going to inhale, and as you exhale again, the same thing is happening. You're bringing your chest to the left, left shoulder down, but bring your knees towards the right armpit. Keep the left shoulder on the ground, and then come back up. On the exhale, inhale, exhaling to the left. Hold for a couple of breaths. Again, you're bringing your knees, trying to stack them one on top of the other towards the left armpit and back up. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Left shoulder down. Exhaling back up to center. So you're always moving on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Hold. And on your next exhalation, bring your legs, squeeze them together and come up. Give 1 more each side. Inhale and exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale up. Left side, last one. We really worked a lot of aspects of the core today, as well as the spine and the hips. Okay. Hug the knees into the chest. You can rock a little bit side to side. Take a nice outer thigh stretch. Just cross the right leg over the left. Maybe hug the knees into the chest. Should feel a nice stretch on the outer right hip. A few more breaths here. And then the left leg crosses over the right. So you're stacking one knee on top of the other and hugging the knees in. And you should feel the stretch now on the outer left hip. Good. Okay. And then gently roll to the side, come up. And you're going to take your chair. We're going to take Shavasana with our legs on the chair today. And the reason is we really want to relax those hip flexors. We worked them a lot, especially in Navasana. So it's nice to have a blanket on your chair, blanket under your head for support. Rest your entire shin bone. So the whole shin, the whole back of the calf should be on the chair, supported. Backs of the knees touching. And then bring your blanket under your head for support. Roll the shoulders open. And you have a couple options here. The hands can be a little bit away from the body or the hands can be on the belly. And our work here is really letting go. Letting go can be work, yes. And what we want to focus on is relaxing the hip flexors, relaxing the groin area. So try to make this area soft. Feel your low back resting towards the ground. Inhale and exhale. Notice the natural rhythm of the belly. And when you breathe in, the belly rises. And when you exhale, the belly falls. This is natural. This is what happens naturally. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Maybe roll the shoulders open one more time and then just let go. Melt into the earth. Be heavy. Make sure your face is relaxed, your forehead is relaxed, your jaw is soft. A few more breaths here. And start to bring your awareness back to the inhalations and exhalations. Maybe noticing the temperature of the breath as it moves through the nostrils, the coolness of the air as you breathe in. Noticing the warmth of the air as you breathe out. And then we'll gently bend the knees one at a time. We'll roll over to the right side. You can hug your knees into your chest just to release the low back a little bit more. And then push yourself up slowly to a seated position, where you can sit on your blanket. Sit up tall. Notice the effect of the practice on the spine. Bring the hands to the heart. Just connect with your inner strength, your inner resilience. We'll join together for one soft Om to close on inhale. Namaste. Hope you have a great week. Tomorrow there's class at 9:15. So if you want to join, let me know.